everyone. It's your girl Jay.
And I'm Kendra, and you're watching Mood Swings the podcast.
Hey, girl. Hey. What? We are together
We're together.
for our very first time doing our podcast together. When we're literally sitting next to each other
Yeah.
and having a good old conversation. Because this one's probably going to be the best one. So put your tuning ears in. 'Cause you're gonna
Ooh,
get-
the best one. No pressure, right?
I know.
But yeah, I mean, usually I'm in the Bay. Jay is in Vegas, but today I am in Vegas with my girl. And tell them why. What are we doing?
Okay, so as I said in the last podcast, or 2 podcasts ago, I will be celebrating my walk into the 50th year of my life, and that is coming up. So she flew in because I am filming my striptease with JBB, and in that I'm listing a 50th things I do before my 50th birthday, and the 50th day of the countdown starts tomorrow. And tomorrow we will both be kicking it off at the Cardi B concert at T-Mobile Arena.
La Cardi.
Yeah, there we go. So just as every single time we do, we always want to start with our first drink of the day. And normally we usually drink in 2 different things because we're in 2 different areas. But today, what are we drinking, Kay?
Today, in honor of an old-fashioned friendship, because we've been friends forever, we are drinking Old Fashions made by your girl.
Yes, it is. Oh, it is. Mine she made a little sweeter.
Yeah.
Put a little more cherry juice in
She's
it.
sweet.
Oh. And she thought of me because I cannot do any bit hickory, smoky, anything like that. So she was gonna get Whistle Pig or no, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get Hibiki.
She was gonna do Hibiki, and she knew that I probably would have severe heartburn by minute 5 of this episode. So she's got me. What'd you put in here then?
Woodford.
She put in
Woodford
a
Reserve.
Woodford Reserve.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that, because this one's a really tasty drink. I already started drinking on it before the show started.
Yay. So we are primed. We are already ready.
Yes. So what my mood of the day is just happy. I'm happy that my best friend is here. I'm happy that she is here to share these monumental steps that we're all taking towards year 50. And we're all blessed to be on this earth to continue to create these types of memories. So I'm just so blessed to have you here. So
Yay.
that is my mood of the day. What's your mood?
You know what? Just like we have the same drink, we have the same mood. My mood is just happy. I'm just
Yay!
happy, ecstatic to be here in Vegas at your beautiful house.
Thank you.
We have an excellent producer that is helping us with our podcast.
Christine, shout out.
Yeah, we love her. So
What's up,
just
NJ?
so many good things I'm excited about today.
Yes. And periodically, because we're on the couch, you might see a couple of these little 4-legged critters. One's named Chadwick Jackson, and there's a Tatum Dior. Our little pugs will just be running around. So please,
Little pugs.
he's got some issues. Anyways,
Have y'all ever seen an 85-pound pug?
you know what? You know what?
Just saying.
He's about 72. And so I would never fat shame. I can't get his ass on Ozempic because he just won't take that shit. He's still cute. Anyways. All right. So
Right. Let's
what
get
was
down to business.
I'm so interested in what topic
Oh my
you're about to
gosh.
share with us today.
So, y'all, I wanted to talk about there's folks in my life that are single folks that are looking for love and they're kind of giving up on it, right? They're feeling like love is starting to be hopeless because there's just so much fuckery out there in these streets, right? So then I've always had the philosophy that every pot has a lid, always. So it doesn't matter what's going what's going on out here. There's somebody for you. And so I wanted to share with you guys some unusual love stories to give the folks that are struggling in love a little hope that if all these folks can find love, you can find love too. What
Well,
do you think, girl?
I'm quite interested in seeing what you got in store for me because I, if you say every pot has a lid,
Every pot.
I'm gonna put you to the test, and I want to hear your first pot, and I want to see what lid they got for you.
Okay. All right. So when I say every pot, I mean every pot. So
Okay.
I stumbled across a television show or I should say like a YouTube show. And it's just all about unusual love in hopeless places, all that good stuff. Right.
Mhm.
And so it was a love story
Mhm.
about these 2 kids. The boy is 15, the girl's 17. and they meet for the first time, and there's instant chemistry. You know, that young puppy love, right?
Yes.
Instant chemistry. They're together about a month, and little girl ends up pregnant.
Okay.
But they are madly, deeply in love.
hmm
So it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to stop this freight train. They're going to have a baby.
They're both under the age of 18, so there's
That's
no statutory, there's nothing. It's just all consensual.
yeah. Well,
It's young. It's
it's young.
young
Yeah.
kids, you know. But okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
you
we're
know, it's
going.
that young love.
Okay.
And I guess you would think like the most complicated piece about this is the fact that they are still young and
Yeah,
they need parental help.
absolutely.
But there's another element to it.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
take a sip, girl. Let me take a sip. They are stepbrother and sister.
Okay, let me just tell you guys.
Y'all
So-
can laugh. It's okay.
So we have people
Yeah.
behind us filming, right?
Yeah.
We have our producer, we have our makeup person. As soon as she said that, they both did the.
I'm like, y'all can
And
laugh.
that's why I had to look
Y'all
off to the side to see their reactions. I'm pretty sure your reactions are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Sorry. So please continue on. Very interesting. Brother and sister, step brother.
Stepbrother and stepsister. Yeah.
okay.
So let me give you a little bit. Let me go back to my notes here because I want to make sure I'm quoting everything correctly. So basically, the little girl lived with her father. Her father married a woman, and her father and stepmother had children together. But the stepmother also had a teenage son who was 15 years old.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Were they living together at the time?
No. So the little
Okay.
boy's name is Chris.
Okay.
And from what he says, that he never lived with his mother. His mother never raised him ever.
Mhm.
So he feels like he doesn't really even know his mom that well either.
Oh.
So at some point, he got in trouble and he was moving with your uncle and auntie in Bel Air, or in this case, his mom and dad, right? So he's moving in with his mom or his mom and his stepdad. And when he gets there, the first time meeting the stepsister was there.
Mm.
So here's my thing. Here's my take on it. We know for sure, we know 100% for sure, they are not really related. They are steps. The little boy is white, the little girl is black. So we know that there's no real chance for them to be related. I would say relation, but we know that already. Yeah, but so they're really not related.
Mhm.
This is my part about this is my little soapbox take on it, is that they're both teenage kids. And when you put two teenagers together that have the awareness of teenagers, not adults,
Mm.
you put them in this very volatile situation, and then you expect for them to have the wherewithal of an adult. It's different. So, for instance,
Hey, Peter, don't stick your Peter in your sister.
yeah,
You should know that.
right. Right. No, it's I feel like it's different. I feel like if they were raised, for instance, how my son and your daughter, they've been raised together to be like cousins, sisters, brothers, whatever. They've been raised since birth,
Sure.
right?
Mhm.
We know that their feelings are straight platonic and they think of each other as sister and brother. These kids in this situation, Chris and I think her name was Toddy,
Mhm.
they weren't raised that way. They just met as teenagers for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Teenager with teenage hormones, with curiosity, with all those type of things. You put them both in this house. They're both good-looking kids, and then you expect for them not to be any sparks that are gonna fly.
Right.
I-
Well, I guess if you put it into the parent's perspective, of course, she's like, no, my son is not going to sleep with his sister because she's
Yeah.
now my daughter. And how long has she been her mother? You know, how long has Tati lived with Chris's mom as a family?
That I don't know, but I know her stepmom and her dad have children together,
Mhm.
a few siblings, long enough to create a family, but I don't know if she's been there all that time or she's new. They never discussed that part. But my thing is that did the adults sit down and have a conversation with the kids and say, hey, it may seem tempting, but this legit is your stepbrother. You guys share siblings. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah, that's weird. I
Yeah.
get it. But I mean, but you had brought those up. We have a lot of play cousins. We have a lot of whatever. I think bringing them into a relationship at a very young age for them to grow up together,
Yeah.
but bringing them, like, as you said, where they're literally right. But again, I don't know that. So I don't know. So you saying that Chris was not living with his mom, so the mom didn't really know how Chris was, or we had to go live. Chris sounds like he's been wilding out.
I'm assuming that's why he was in trouble, which even more so why you should sit down and have a conversation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, let's get this troubled guy into my, prepubescent. No, it's not prepubescent. She's a freaking woman.
17.
Yeah, 17-year-old inhabitants, and let them cohabitate
And then she's walking around like teenagers walk around with little booty shorts on and t-shirt, and you know what I mean? And this kid is like, this ain't my sister. Not related to her.
So wait, so how long were they living together before they got pregnant?
A month.
Yeah.
A month. He saw Toddy and was like, I want me a hot
He
toddy.
said, "Hot toddy."
Yeah, exactly. So they were together exactly a month. She got pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
and then they tried to keep it secret as long as they could. And then, like teenagers, they needed help. They had to tell someone. So they go to their parents
Mm-hmm.
and they tell them. And instead of the parents helping, the parents shunned them. Well, shunned her. No one spoke to the little girl again. They completely cut her off emotionally, did not speak to her again until the week of her giving birth.
So wait, she's just walking around the house and like, I don't know what they was somebody talking.
Yeah.
That's so she still lived in the house and they
she still
literally
lived in the house
actively for
because she's a
9
child.
months.
Yeah.
Damn.
And for night, so I'm like, was there not a baby shower? Was there not? And don't get me wrong, there's nothing funny about teenage pregnancy, and especially this situation. And the mother says that she's hurt. You know what I mean? The mother, they interview the mom, and the mother's like, Chris is my son, and Toddy is my
Kid,
daughter-in-law.
look, Becca.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You just told
Everything you're
me
thinking, yes.
you said Chris,
Mm-hmm.
the Caucasian boy,
Mm-hmm.
mom,
Uh-huh. Who's also a Caucasian, yes.
the also Caucasian.
Yeah.
And no, I'm sorry. Say again what she said.
Chris.
Stop. Stop. Are you serious?
Chris is my son. Toddy is my daughter-in-law.
Well, first of all, we unfortunately I don't know hillbilly elegy
That part.
rules and regulations
That
of
part.
how if you are not related but then you become related via marriage and then you start having kids because again there's no DNA that's going to be that's
Yeah. They're
so
not related.
yeah, so I think that's okay, but again just because of the way our society deems marriage,
Yeah.
you know, and the sanctity of marriage and one
Yeah.
one and you know it's supposed to be this way, but I guess
Yeah. It's all of those
damn,
things.
that
Yes.
sucks. That's
Yes.
crazy. So okay, so fast forward, the
So
baby's born. Now she's 18.
fast forward, the baby is born.
Is she still living under the house or did she move out?
No, yes, they're still living there. The baby is now 2 years old. Her name is Blue, and
Oh.
she is beautiful.
Mhm.
Beautiful baby girl. And she's happy and she's thriving and she's loved. All the siblings are playing with her. You see all the kid, everyone in the house is playing with her.
Mhm.
But there's still this tension between Chris's mom and Toddy.
Okay, so irregardless, the siblings are just aunt and uncle,
Okay.
right? So it's not like aunt, uncle, cousin.
Yes, they're just aunt and uncle. Yes, you're right.
So Blue wouldn't be none the white, well, outside of the family reunion.
But they're still together. And what was crazy about it, though, is that the comments were wild. People were leaving the most vile comments. They said that a earthless ass baby y'all have chokes on its own vomit.
She's
Right?
okay. So again, I love seeing posts when they call out the people and they actually put their username up there.
Mm-hmm,
When
mm-hmm.
they just say the most vile things and then they just type shit up and just be on it. Okay, send on my merry way. Never looking back to see if you had any responses, likes, anything like that. You just do it because it made you feel better to attack a child who's 2 years old, had nothing to do with anything, and say that you hope that they choke on their own vile
Vomit. So little girl, she feels all this shame to the point where she doesn't want to tell anybody the origin story, how they met or any of that. She's like, oh, this is my baby daddy. But they say they're still very much in love. A lot of people were calling her a bed witch, which I didn't even know what that was. They were saying that the white dude has a fetish, and that's all she was fulfilling. It was just awful. Okay, so this one, I'm just saying, anybody can find their person. It doesn't matter what you got going on. You might be like, oh, I'm too stank, or I don't have a good personality, or I'm bald, or whatever. There's somebody for you. So this person, fuck it, let's just get right to it. I call it the inappropriate love. This person makes spicy gay content. Okay. Spicy gay content, but with their identical twin brother. I'm gonna let that marinate like this cherry here. Just let it marinate there. So These are identical twins. They're good-looking guys. They live in the Netherlands.
Mhm.
They were in school before the pandemic hit.
Mhm.
Then the pandemic hit and they got broke. They couldn't work anymore.
Mhm.
And so one of their friends came to him and said, "Hey, you know what you should do? You should make spicy gay content," as friends do, right? And he was like, "Oh no, I can never do that. Like, no way. Like, what would people think?" And he's like, "I'm telling you, you'll make a killing. Plus, you're good looking. I think you should do it." So he kind of mulled it over, like, I am broke as hell. I'm eating top ramen. I need to do something. He's like, "But who? Who could I do it with that I would feel comfortable? I don't know. Oh, me, and my brother,
Mm.
my twin brother, my identical twin brother." So he asked his twin brother, and the twin brother was like, "Fuck yeah, sign me up."
Double the pleasure, double the fun.
Ugh, is it?
Uh,
It's weird. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Kendra, how is that a lid? That's his twin brother. I'm so glad you asked.
okay.
So I know you're thinking they're twin brothers. They're on film making spicy content.
Yeah,
Where is the lid? Where is
exactly.
the love? Well, one of the brothers has a boyfriend, and not just any boyfriend. He's a doctor, a whole ass doctor,
Mhm.
whole ass emergency room doctor. He's doing very well in life.
Mhm.
And he sometimes helps his boyfriend out when for whatever reason they can't get the cameraman, they can't get whoever they need to come in. He will come in and he will film for them. He'll hold the camera, he'll do the lighting, he does all those good things. He's basically the producer.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's a good man right there. That's a
That
good
is
man,
good.
Savannah. It's a good man.
So, and he's okay with this.
No, he it's not that he's not okay with it. Sometimes he gets a little jealous because sometimes he goes, "You like your brother more than you like me."
Because I think I like myself better than like anything.
So the other thing is that he's like, since he was a young child, because I said they're good
Thank
looking
God.
young adults. And he said since he was a child, people have fetishized them all the time.
Mm.
People have always come up to him and did like weird shit, like, "Oh, you guys are so good looking, and I can get 2 for 1," and all the like all type of stuff.
Okay,
So
like the
he was,
Olsen twins.
yeah,
Oh,
but
everybody wanted to the countdown to their 18,
yeah,
and they're twins. They're
yeah.
talking about them both, and both of them look like googly eyed
Oh, both
freaking
are awful.
gnomes and shit. But the thing that attracted them was they were twins.
That they
So
were
I can
twins.
see that. Okay.
So okay, well that might be a thing, but who acts on that? Who does that?
Mhm.
Who would want to do that?
A whole lot of people, obviously, since
A
he's
whole lot
making a
of
lot of
people.
money on this.
So he put a couple of pictures of him and his brother on Instagram,
Gross.
just kind of like making out, nothing like too crazy.
No,
I
no.
I know.
Where's his parents at? Where's his mom and
He
dad?
has said that his parents are totally fine with it. That has to be bullshit. Unless his parents are in some type of cult, they're crazy. I don't understand what parent would be like, "Oh yeah, go right ahead. You and your brother, I love that for you guys." Who would do that? That's what I'm like. That has to be
That's
bullshit.
just, yeah, that's just the family reunions gotta be off the chain.
Awkward as fuck. So, but now, so anyways, he put those pictures on his Instagram. He said his shit blew up, and now he's a huge content creator for this. He's never gone back to work ever again.
And
They're
so
making millions.
the relationship between the twins, they're okay, obviously, right?
They are fine. When I was watching it, it showed them filming. They're great.
That is so gross. That's nasty. I think that's like sin level, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's I'm not saying it's bordering it, but it is actually incest, right?
So that was another question. They were like, "Is this legal?"
Mm-hmm.
Technically, yes.
Why?
Is it creepy as fuck? Also, yes.
But why is that legal?
So from what I understand, there isn't any penetration.
Mm.
There's just enough. Well, let me say this. It's not any penetration on film. It's just enough to kind of make people that are into that type of shit be excited about it, but there isn't any actual penetration. But there's other stuff going on. Yeah. Yep.
I'll just leave my questions because I want to know if there's other stuff going on. It's like, peekaboo, touched it.
Yeah.
Sight as a sibling, I just don't, and when you grow up and stuff, you take baths together, something like that. But when you get older and stuff, you're like, hey, close the
It's not-
door.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Even so, every pot,
This is true.
even the pots you don't want anymore, they still got lids too. They're dented and rusted and scratched and lint to the side. The Tupperware with the spaghetti stain that won't come out, that shit still got a lid too. So, I feel like we need a palate cleanser on that one,
I
right?
think we do.
Golly, I came out the gate on that
See,
one.
I
Just
drink all
shit.
mine, so now I just
Oh,
got a little bit of a
you still got
chaser
a little bit,
here.
you got a little bit there. I need to catch up. I'm babysitting.
Yeah.
Well, kind of hosted today, so there's that. All right, so now this one I love. This one just touched my heart and my soul, made me all warm and fuzzy inside.
That's my fancy.
Okay, so this one I call dating different. Okay, dating different. So there's Javon. Javon is 20-something living in New York,
Mm-hmm.
in the Bronx. He's a good-looking guy.
He's a good-looking guy from the Bronx.
From the Bronx.
I'm from Staten Island.
He's a model, but he has vitiligo.
Okay.
Okay, he has vitiligo. So he feels like, even though he's a model, even though he's good looking, he feels like, a lot of times dating for him is uncomfortable because people can't get past his skin condition, right?
Mhm.
It's an autoimmune disease, and people can't get past it. And a lot of times he doesn't want to explain it and feel like he has to say sorry and all that stuff. So he just doesn't date a lot because of it. So his friend was like, you know what? I want to set you up on a blind date. And he's worried about it. He's like, I have vitiligo. I feel like you should tell people that. The friend is like, no, I have the perfect person for you. And I'm going to set her up on a blind date. So neither one of you ever, well, the definition of blind date.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes into this date, and the friend sets him up with a girl named Leanne. Sorry. And they go into this date, and she shows up. She's cute. She has a cute little beanie on, some real big earrings, really cute. He's there, and he likes her. He has this big grin on her face, and she seems to like him, and they're hitting it off. They're having a great time. And she says, tell me a little about yourself. He's like, well, I have vitiligo. I'm a model, blah, blah. And he's like, I got set up on this blind date, but I was really kind of nervous about meeting you. I don't know if people are into. And she goes, I have a secret too. Spoiler alert. She's bald. She has alopecia, which is also an autoimmune disease, just like vitiligo. And he looks at her and he's like, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And she's like, I think you're gorgeous too. So they hit it off, and they both felt so comfortable. They were like, there's no explaining needed. There's no having to discuss my otherism. You know what I mean? Like, together, we're just two human beings that enjoy each other's company.
And I love that.
I love that.
I do.
She said herself, she felt like dating, like the same thing. She was shrinking away from dating because she was so self-conscious about being a bald woman.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So she was saying that. So I guess maybe the friend they're talking to was like, I'm hearing similar language here. You both are afraid to date because you're worried about what other people think. All right. Yeah. So that was another pot that has a lid. Okay. So this is robotic relationships. And I know we've touched on this, the whole AI relationship thing, but this is a twist on it, right? So now people are going on ChatGPT, and they're creating a chatbot that will text you randomly through the day, like text you the way that a love interest would text you. I miss you. I love you. Good morning. Good night. Thinking of you. All of that shit. And you can have a whole conversation with this chatbot. Whole conversation. And you could give them personas, names, the whole nine. So that's what people are actually doing right now. And it's become a huge, huge thing. So much so that AI companions, which is what you would call this type of relationship, AI companion apps have been downloaded in the last year more than 36 million times.
Oh my God. That just states
36 million.
That just shows how lonely the world can be.
I've said it before, loneliness is an epidemic. It really is. And that's why people are doing these things. And so they're making these chatbots. So we follow the story of this one gentleman, Jason, who lives in Florida. He created an AI girlfriend named Jennifer. She's a brash New Yorker. She's full of personality.
She's not from Staten Island.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
So go fuck yourself.
Oh my gosh.
And your mother.
And your mother. So, and he says here he's in a full-on relationship with Jennifer, and that he knows that she's not real. Of course he does, right? Like he made her. He knows that. But he had something that I felt was a little poignant. He said that it's just like when you watch a movie. You know the movie isn't real,
Hmm.
but yet a movie can invoke real feelings that make you
Absolutely.
cry, make
Hmm.
you laugh, make you whatever, even though you know it's not real.
Hmm.
So he says it's the same way. I know this relationship isn't real, but it is invoking real feelings.
Now, when they create these chat boxes, is it just literally words, or is there a picture, or
It didn't say.
Mhm.
So these apps have been downloaded 36 million times
Mhm.
in the last year,
Wow.
and they are on target. They are projected to make $70 billion in the next 6 years
God. So
on
you're
just
making money off of,
AI companions.
and what's so sad too is that, if you're using chat, they clearly tell you that they keep every bit of that nuance of your information
Your
or your
conversation.
conversations. So if you're creating that, then I feel that if someone hacked it or that information got to the wrong hands, that could really jeopardize that person's mental health and could cause them to go do some stuff.
Well, maybe with the actual, this is the guy that he did this on Chat GPT, but maybe the people that are actually downloading the AI companions and having these fake
Mhm.
AI boyfriends and girlfriends, maybe there's some sort of encrypted something on there so that
Oh,
doesn't happen, and that might be why it's worth the 19.99 a month or whatever they charge for it. I
yeah.
mean, I've said it before. I can absolutely 100% understand how someone could fall into that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, I sometimes use my chat for therapy. I'll run some shit through my chat person,
Mhm.
and she will tell me something that'll be more on point, more understood than my actual therapist would be. And I'm like, this bitch gets it. She just gets it.
Mhm.
So I get it. So now imagine if that was a romantic partner
Absolutely, yeah.
and they're telling you every single thing you want to hear.
Mhm.
You're finally feeling seen in a way that you hadn't been felt seen before. Now, here's the twist on all of this, right? So I know what you're saying again. You're saying, but Kendra, where's the lid? The lid is fake. It's a fake girlfriend.
Mm.
Well, here's the thing. Jason also has a real life girlfriend, a real life girlfriend that's in the flesh, that's live, that he can actually feel and touch. And she is aware of Jennifer, the fake girlfriend from New York.
So go fuck yourself and your
Yeah,
mother.
she is aware of it, and she says, yeah, it's weird. It's hella weird. I think it's weird. But it's not like he can actually go out and meet her, not like he can actually go out and cheat
Yeah,
on me with her.
yeah. But like you said, it's really about the feelings, right? Like you can have a full on relationship with a coworker and never physically have that intimacy. But if you connect with them emotionally,
Yeah.
that person is gone to that
I
person,
mean,
right?
that's with anybody that you meet.
But
If
you
you're in a relationship, you can meet anybody and have have a mental connection, emotional connection,
Mhm.
which in my opinion, I feel like is worse than a physical connection.
Mhm.
The physical shit could just be physical and be done. That emotional shit, it
Absolutely.
lingers, you
That's
know?
great. Do you have to linger?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
damn, wait a minute. Never
So
mind. That sounds like every kid begins with A.
it does sound like that. You're right. Who knew
So
they knew that? So yeah, so that is the lid there. So your lid might be fake, but it's still a goddamn lid.
sometimes if you have a lid, you just go ahead and put it on the pot and close it. Keep it closed for life.
Don't ever open that pot back up. You hold on to that lid to the day you
So,
die.
okay, so the girlfriend, let me ask about the girlfriend. The girlfriend is totally fine with it. She's not like want to delete the bitch, write some code, things like that.
The girlfriend did say she finds it weird. She finds it weird, especially when you're like, well, why am I not enough? But obviously, it's something there that he feels he needs more of, where he's getting this chat girl.
Does Jennifer know about his girlfriend?
That is a very good question.
To see, I was so interested to see how the chatbots will react to another person in the relationship.
Yeah.
Will there be any jealousy, or will it be coded out? Will it just be like, hey, the more the merrier?
So the real question is it fake love? Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it is. It's fake as fuck. But it's fake. You chose it knowing that it was fake. So I almost feel like your feelings are, I mean, like you can. There's no one lying to you
True.
saying that it's fake love. And you're guessing is it fake love. You know exactly what you signed up for.
So here's the concern. There's always a programmer that's behind this, right?
Yeah.
Someone created that. But do they just leave the program alone? Do they go and check to make sure for quality assurance that the conversations are flowing right, the answers coming in, making sure that if someone asks a question that they program to make sure that that kind of response will come back? That and can they also just log in and start typing?
Well, I think it's like just like when we use chat or any other Google Gemini or anything else, right? Like I don't know if there's somebody on the other line making sure my in fact, I would bet there's not because there's always some sort of quality assurance. I'm always fighting with CJ, my AI assistant. I'm always fighting with her or some like CJ, I asked you to do X, Y, and Z. Why are you doing this differently? So I don't think there's someone on the other line making sure shit flows the right way. Now on
Well,
these apps, maybe
Well, I do get messages that says that, especially on the new policies, which you should really read those
terms and
things, terms
conditions.
and conditions, and it says that we will read them for clarity. They'll go back, and not like in real time, but they'll go back and read these. So again, I'm just talking about if this is supposed to be a relationship, the levels of intimacy, where do you go? How much can you put in there? And the only reason why I say that is I go back to there was a website that men went to, wealthy married men who went to this website to cheat. And it was a literal, legit site. And
Ashley
hundred,
Madison.
there it is, the Ashley Madison. And they all thought that that was secured and all that stuff. And then somebody ended up leaking all that information. Right? You're living a life that is online
Yeah.
and nothing ever gets erased.
Yeah.
So if you're going for a job or something like that and it says, oh, yeah, you want to be pastor? But you got a girlfriend that's in the net, but your physical girlfriend's right here, I would think you're a little bit of oh Papa Toonie
You got a loony.
and be like, next, because I don't want you up in this place when you're sitting here and having a full on long ass relationship with
Yeah.
a chat box, right?
Yeah.
But to each his own because every pot,
Has a lid.
just saying.
All right.
Wow, that's crazy, okay?
Yeah. Craziness. Okay.
So
So
you just in this 8 minutes, all of these episodes came up in this 8 minutes thing, or just 8 minutes per
no, no,
How did you?
just two of the shows I watched were or two of the interests, two of the stories were on that show, and I
Mhm,
cannot remember the name of the show for the life of me.
mhm.
But everything else was just my research online.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, damn, that's some really good condensed information
But
on
that
those.
show has tons and tons and tons of
And again, this is the
stuff on there.
ongoing show, like on TLC or something like
It's
that.
a YouTube show,
Okay.
and I
Like
saw there
so
were some
one through eight.
doozies.
And again, just to make sure, is there an opportunity for us to revisit Toddy and Chris?
I'll find out. I'll see
Yeah.
what I can find out
I
about
would
that.
love to see that because I
Yeah.
would love to see how that worked out then. Because again, so you said that the mother, oh wait, back to that part. I did want to ask a question. You said Chris is my
Chris is
son,
my son.
and Tati is my
Toddy is my
daughter.
daughter-in-law.
So how is Blue affected by this? You said everybody loves her.
Yeah, she seems very
And
loved.
so the relationship between Tati and the mom are okay now?
The mother, they looks like they had some conversation. So the little girl says, Toddy says, I just really want us to be okay, especially because we have Blue. And she was like, and baby, I love Blue down. That's what the mom said. So they want to be okay. And the mom is saying, I wasn't mad at you all. I was hurt, but I wasn't mad at you all. That's what she was saying.
So okay, so here's my question then. She was mad at you all, but yet only Tati got shunned?
Yeah.
So where was Chris at all this time?
Don't know. I mean, I'm assuming he was there in the household, but Toddy was the one catching it.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it really
That's
does.
crazy. I
It really
couldn't
does.
even enjoy your pregnancy. Not that, or it's already scary. It's in a situation where it's embarrassing to yourself and family and everyone. But again, you guys are not related by blood, but just the construct in America,
The
or
construct, exactly.
and then on top of that, to be shunned and to go through a whole pregnancy in a house that act like you're not even there. That would have really took me down. I definitely want to see what the update is. I hope that the mother and Tati are. Where's the dad in this?
The dad never came on camera, never talked about it, wasn't revealed anything. And I guess I'm assuming that was by design. Like there was a
He was like,
reason. Yeah.
this shit is weird.
So now here's the next one. This is a story about an age gap love.
Oh, I love age gap.
Yeah, so maybe your babe was in a nursing home. I don't know, but people have them. So this story is about This guy Vance, who's 74, and Leslie, who's 34. They have a 40-year age gap. 40 years. Leslie is a former beauty pageant queen, and she's beautiful. She's young. She's all the things. So people will look at her and they'll automatically be like, "Oh, she's a gold digger." I mean, gold digger. Sorry, my bad.
Hard R.
Sorry.
They
So
captured that for real. Of
Vince is white and she's black.
course.
She was Miss Pasadena in 2019. And Vince is wealthy. Vince has a lot of money. And life is very easy for Miss Leslie. She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to do anything. She can just
She
sit there
lives
and
a
be pretty.
soft life.
She lives a soft life. So she gets a lot of slack about it, right? But she says that she's absolutely head over heels, madly in love with Vince. Vince is the love of her life. And so Vince tells a story about how they met at a bar in Chicago. Age gap is the way to go, if you ask me. I'm just saying. And it's more mainstream now, I think, more than ever. And I don't know, maybe because just the advent of social media, because you get to see it. There's a really major content creator that I follow, Shayla's World, and she's gorgeous, black woman, married to a very good-looking older white guy. They're the Fitzgeralds, and they are rich as fuck, and they travel around with their dog, and they're biohackers, and they're so glamorous, and I'm obsessed with them. I love them. And I feel like they truly are in love. Vince, though, Vince definitely gives grandpa vibes. He's definitely not like the Fitzgeralds. He's definitely like an old, retired Floridian with this like bowling shirt on, and you know what I mean? But she likes it.
Rosacea and sunburn.
Exactly. So
Freckles.
he has 3 children, all of which are older than Leslie,
She's 37?
34.
34, okay.
He has 2 boys, or 2 men in their 50s, and a daughter that's 40. They're all older than her. They're all very suspicious, did not like her from the beginning. But Vince says that they're a close-knit family, and they have countless family get-togethers, and they're beginning to warm up to the idea of Leslie being in his life, which they need to warm up to it because it's been 8 years now, and they're married.
And they're still not warmed up?
Right. They're warm. They're not hot.
Damn.
They're warm. But it's been 8 years now. They're married.
Panero
I don't have his last name.
stated scrutiny for his close showmance with youngest house guest Morgan Pope while having long-term girlfriend Kelsey outside the house.
No, this lady is Leslie. And they're married. They've been married for 8 years.
This is not them though?
You see?
Irritating by water. Hold on 1 second. It's
Oh.
And she spells it weird. She spells it Lesly. Leslie Ann.
Oh no, I see it. Why do they keep calling her Kelsey?
Oh, did I say it wrong?
No,
Kelsey.
the thing. So this is him.
Oh, damn.
I can't. Yep, that's them. That's the show. Yeah, that's absolutely
Let
them.
me see what his name is, because maybe.
Wait,
how
wait.
AI
It's not
just
gonna,
gives you-
I'm fading, guys. I gotta
Okay,
try and
okay, yeah,
continue.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So it's
Let's
just
get
like,
some
okay.
air and shit.
So just like Bill
Sit on the
Belichick,
couch.
yeah, Bill Belichick and Jordan, they have that 49-year age gap.
Which is gross because Bill Belichick is ugly as fuck.
There's nothing appealing about him.
But except for his wallet book.
His wallet book, yes.
That's what the old people call it, right?
Pocketbook.
The watch and the thing.
They call it pocketbook.
the pocketbook. That's what it is.
Yeah, here they are. That's it.
Oh, wow.
She looks older
I
than
don't think
30.
he looks bad. He looks nothing like a Bill.
He does
What's
like
his
Bill Belichick, but he looks like a grandpa. But let me go back about Bill Belichick. So
Okay.
so when I go to the Fitzgerald, I'll show you her husband, who does not look like a grandpa.
Mhm.
So I saw on TMZ, I saw Bill Belichick, the daughter, oh my gosh, the girlfriend Jordan, and Jordan's father. Bill took them to a game. And it literally looked like it was her dad, and her grandpa. Like literally.
And so her dad looks younger than Bill Belichick.
Her dad is our age. Her dad is 49 years old.
And her dad's not like, oh.
Probably,
Her
but
dad's probably like, get him
What?
tickets,
getting tickets to the Patriots and shit like that, and you get to go backstage, and he's riding on the little
we in the suite.
car thing. Yeah, exactly. And he's probably like, oh, you know what, Jordan, get to it.
Suck it up.
He's like, get to it, Jordan. You know what I mean?
Do what you gotta do.
I don't know.
Do what your mama trained you to do.
Exactly. So I just say all that, like, it's becoming very mainstream. They've been married for 8 years. She's saying now she wants to have a child with Vince. And Vince is trying to see what he can do, if that's going to be
Them
healthy.
swimmers ain't swimming.
Yeah, he's
Them
trying to
swimmers
see.
is dead.
Yeah, I mean, swimmers, that's a whole nother thing. We got to talk about the apparatus that you need to get the swimmers out.
Jeez,
That's probably dead, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, so it happens. So, again, sometimes you get an old pot, a pot that's been passed down generation to generation.
Mhm.
The old pot your big mama used to cook in.
Mhm. Mhm.
Even that one got a lid to it.
You know, sometimes
It might be shoved all the way in the back of the cabinet. You got to reach in there and pull it out. But it's still lit.
there you go.
Story is that I don't want to hear shit about too bald, you're too gay, alopecia, you got vitiligo,
Okay.
you're too old,
Okay, not you one then.
let me see what else. You got a baby with your brother. You do. I don't want to hear any fucking excuses, because of all of these people that found love in a hopeless place, if they all can do it, then goddamn it, you can do it too.
Well, okay, then I challenge you. I challenge you to follow this gentleman,
Which one?
the man with the micro penis. You know what I'm talking about? That's
I
been
just
on the
saw him
internet
last
all
night.
fucking day.
It has a lid to it. It has a lid. It may be an AI lid.
True. So, and to me, is an AI really a lid?
Well, in this case, he
You
had
know,
a girlfriend. He still had a
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Or would you call that more of a crutch? You know
Well,
what I
he
mean?
still had a
But
girlfriend.
he's
So I'm like,
lacking the intimacy with his girlfriend.
yeah.
Therefore, he goes. And so I would say that's cheating too, because you're going for emotional stimulation, something from which you're not getting from your partner.
But is it cheating if he told this woman and this woman is on board with it? Then is it cheating?
No.
Exactly. So there you go. So I guess my question is to all of you: if you have a unusual love story that you'd like us to talk about on Mood Swings, make sure you send us an email at
mood@moodswingspodcast.com.
That's right. Okay, so
Okay, that was some crazy shit.
it was a
You know
great,
what?
yeah.
Our episodes have been quite on the interesting side.
Yeah,
I hope that I can top it on our next
I'm
episode.
sure you can.
But until then, I love you, Kay.
I love you.
Oh my God, that was so good. Clink, clink, clink. In person.
Look person.
We've done that. We've always done it to the camera.
Yay.
Let me take your hugs. Hugs, not drugs.